Hey guys,
Welcome to Girl Talk.
hello. This is Danny.
This is Shawnee. So, welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Welcome to our YouTube. This is Girl Talk. So today we're gonna talk about a sensitive topic. I don't want to swear or nothing, but we're going to talk about bad and attitudes and the way guys probably view, or how sometimes we view ourselves, but that's not who we really are. I'm just saying as women. So
I think the goal is being beautiful on the inside and out, and allowing our light to shine on who we truly are as women. So, yeah.
As far as that, how does somebody deal with that? Sometimes you may think that you're a beautiful person on the inside and outside, but what are your views on how somebody can fix themselves? Because sometimes we really do all see ourselves as perfect, or we just got a little hair in there that's messed up. But sometimes if somebody else is viewing you, they can kind of tell you about yourself, and it might be something else than what you think of. So I think that's why you don't think too highly of yourself, but I think I'm okay. I just got a little attitude problem. But then you ask my boyfriend how I am, and he's like, man, she's just no good. She don't do this, she don't do that, and she got bad attitude here. But I thought I was all good. How do I handle that? Like, how would I handle that? Me thinking that I'm all good, but I'm not, and now I'm facing reality that I'm not. Where's the root to it?
Accepting criticism, constructive criticism.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's what you gotta do. I think you gotta accept constructive criticism. I think that's very important, and obviously it has to come from your circle, your inner court circle. Like, you can't take criticism from the outside source because they really don't know you. But usually when you're walking with people on a day-to-day basis, like, they can kind of tell you about yourself, and just sometimes you can just be like, you know what? Maybe I need to fix. Yeah, so that's how I would go about it. Like, someone told me I assume a lot. So I'm like, how am I assuming? Like, you get what I'm saying? But I realize it's the way I'm wording certain things. Like, I don't know. Like, for instance, I can be like, instead of asking a question, I'll just say, like, did you go to the store? Or, like, I don't know. I don't know. But then I had to realize, like, okay, how do I stop assuming things? Like, am I assuming things? But then the thing is, when I ask the person, how do I assume things, they didn't tell me how I assume them. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's just, like, one of the things.
So do you feel as though you're growing from it? Do you feel like you're figuring it out? Or is it something that, I don't care?
I'm figuring it out. Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. Like, it could have been, I don't care, I move on to the next. Next thing you know, you're carrying that stone onto the next person, and you hear it from the next person, like, why do you assume, or why is this and the third? And you just never figure it out. At least she's identifying it and just trying to see what is going on. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, for instance, someone said that I was insecure. And I was like, well, why am I insecure? Like, how am I insecure? So I looked up the definition, and dang, my phone's dead. And I looked up the definition, and I realized that I'm not insecure in myself. I was just insecure in that situation. And the thing is, I realized the reason why I was insecure, it was because there was no security in me. So I just kind of felt like, if I'm insecure about something in a situation, obviously there's a lack of communication from your side, and it's not coming from my side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not insecure in myself, but I'm insecure in where I stand in your life. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it is. like at first when they was like, you're insecure, you're being insecure, I'm like, first of all, I'm not insecure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not insecure. But then I realized I'm not insecure about who I am. I'm insecure who I am in your life.
Yeah.
So that was a decision I had to make between myself. And if I'm insecure in a situation and that person chooses not to change it, then I have to do something about the position I'm playing in the situation. Either it's remove myself or maybe come together and get a better communication and understanding of who I am in your life. But if I'm constantly in the situation where I'm feeling insecure, then maybe I need to remove myself out your life. And that's how I feel. And a lot of times guys are so good at nitpicking at where the woman is and who they are that they don't even evaluate themselves.
Let's touch bases on this, because you said it earlier and my boyfriend repeated it, which is so funny. He was talking about how even men do it. Men will bring their situation into the next, or they don't know how to cope with their feelings. Now everybody they talk to is, she's just you know, that I don't think that's any fair. Everybody looks at, like you said, everybody always looks at the woman to fix herself and fix this and do this in the emotional sense. But what about men? Men are emotional beings too. Yes, they really are. They're emotional. So men gotta fix it too. Where do the men fall? There's so much situations I can talk about that where men fall in a category of, dang, he's taking what he been through in the last relationship and he should have fixed himself before he went out. For example, going out and hollering at girls. You got a friend, they get drunk, they go and holler at a girl. She don't want to give her number. Now everybody's up in a beat. That's him carrying his problem, because back home he has something going on. It could be his mama, it could be his baby mama, it could be a girlfriend, or even a girlfriend, a girl who's a friend. It could be something bothering him somewhere that he just took into the next almost relationship, but thank God she, curbed him. But a lot of men are out here battling the same thing women are battling. It's not just us. We're not just emotional. We're not just crazy, or we're not just doing X, Y, and Z. Some men have things on their life that they're bringing into the next relationship. And how do you tell a man that?
Yeah.
How do you tell a man that without hurting his feelings? But it's not going to be hurt because he's not emotional. How do you tell a man that?
I don't know. I understand though, definitely, because I think as women we always are put in these situations where it's like, why did you get hurt?
Right.
Why did you put yourself in a situation where you can be hurt? And you know what? In a sense, like, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Like, okay, I'm responsible for my emotions. But they never talk about how the man can change who he is and have character and integrity to stand and say, you know what, I'm not interested in her the way she's interested in me. So I have to take that position and I have to distance myself. You don't distance yourself after you get what you want, or after you figure like, okay, let me play with her emotions to see if I can get what I want, and then distance yourself. You distance yourself when you realize you're not into a person, and then you walk away, because not only are you damaging a woman, you're damaging a woman that belongs to another man, where he has to mend and fix her, or do the best he can to, compensate.
So other than that, y'all are getting curved, swerved. Just know it. You did. We out here. But back to the basics.
Back to the basics. And you know what? A lot of times it is our responsibility to fix who we are and actually, learn how to forgive and let go. It is our responsibility to love again. It's our responsibility to make sure we're the best woman we can be. But at the same time, men have to take the stand and learn how to, mend their wrongs too. And it needs to be vocal. We need men conferences to show men how they can become better men, so that they can stop hurting these women, so these women don't have to walk around with these chips on their shoulders. Because at the end of the day, there's not a woman, when they enter a relationship, they enter a relationship with all love, all loyalty. I don't know, that's the type of person we are. So I can only speak about us. You know what I mean? But at the same time, It's very rare that a man walks around and says, I want a genuine relationship with you, and I'm not here for who you are on the outside, but I'm here to get to know who you are on the inside. And that's an issue. There's a lot of men that's walking around that's like really, oh, let me see what I can get from her. Oh, let me see her weaknesses so I can, you know, maneuver around and manipulate and do all this. But you're always talking about the character of woman. How about the character of a man? How about the integrity of a man? Why do women have to have, okay, play the waiting game?